Hey skaters, I'm Dirty Deborah Harry with the Dirty School of Skate and Sugar Roller Skates, and I'm here today at the Fountain Valley Skating Center to talk to you about waltz jumps. We're going to go through step by step on how to execute a waltz jump. A waltz jump is a 1 foot jump, jumping forward, 2 backward, doing a 180 in the air, landing on 1 foot, going backwards. It is such a fun jump, but it's rather technical, even though it's literally one of the first jumps you learn as a figure skater. So hang on with me to the very end of the video, as I promise you it'll be worth it. And it's so important that when you're learning how to do technical jumps, that you do it to perfection as far as form goes, so that you'll be the most successful skater you can be. Today's video is brought to you by Wicked Skatewear. They're online at wickedskatewear.com, and if you're ever in the Southern California area, come down here to Huntington Beach, and they have a brick and mortar store here to serve you. All of your skating needs can be taken care of at Wicked Skatewear. All right, skaters, let's get started. All right, skaters, so when we do a waltz jump, we're taking off on 1 foot and we're taking off on an outside edge. For those of you who don't know what an outside edge is, it's when we have our body weight down, when we have our body weight primarily over one skate, over the top of that skate, and our weight is pushed to the outside. When this happens, you will feel your body weight over the top, pushed over to the outside. You're gonna feel it the outside of your boot. You're gonna feel it on the outside of your wheels. Most importantly, you need to be able to feel it over your baby toe. So let's just practice this, shall we? Drop your body weight down. Take your center line of balance and shift it over to one side. I'm gonna shift it over to my right foot. If it feels easier for you to shift over to your left foot, I want you to do that. Just a small disclaimer, I skate as a left-hander, so if you're right-handed, go ahead and just do it opposite of me. So I drop my body weight down. Again, I'm over the top, and I move my knee over to my baby toe so that there is pressure on my baby toe. I can feel my body weight down, and I can feel the pressure on the outside of my boot, and then I can literally feel the edges of my outside wheels digging into the ground. This is super important because when you take off for a waltz jump, you're taking off on an outside edge. Let me show you what that looks like. Literally, you're going to have to be able to skate like this, drop it down, and turn. So for those of you who are having challenges skating on 1 foot, this is how I would practice. I would skate forward, draw your arms back, bend your knee, get your knee over your baby toe, and follow your outside edge all the way around. If you can hold on to that outside edge, you can do a waltz jump. All right, next step. Our body posture before we take off. When I take off, meaning when I bend my knees and I go to jump into the air. Let's talk about my body posture. As always, chin up, shoulders straight across. As you bend your knee and put your knee over your baby toe, I want both arms drawn backward. I want your free leg. This is the leg that you are not currently skating on, stretched to the back. So the arms are going to mimic what the leg is doing, and it's going to be in the back. Next part is you're going to have to jump up into the air. With these arms back, they're going to sweep up and in so that you can get the lift up off the ground. Let me show you. I'm establishing my outside edge. Arms are out. I lift up and around. Let me show you one more time. I establish my outside edge, arms are back, I bend my knee, arms come up and around. Now, I don't know if you saw that, but when I had my arms extended back here, as I bent my knee and lifted up to jump, these arms came right up into my chest. They need to be close and secure against your body so you can make that turn. Now you're only going a 180-degree turn, a half turn. So you don't need a ton of like force. You just need enough to bring it up and in, and then to lay it out nice when you come in for the landing. Let's talk about our free leg. Again, our free leg is the leg that is off the ground, as opposed to our skating leg, which is the leg that is attached to the ground. When I take off from my waltz jump and I'm following my outside edge around, it is my free leg that's going to come in and up with the knee bent, and this is going to assist us in both height and rotation. Let's look at it. Bending my knee, establishing my outside edge, my arms are back, I bend and up and around. Did you see my arms go up, 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 up and in? Did you see my free leg go up, 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 up? They're doing the same thing. Your arms and your free leg are assisting you in getting the height that you need. Height comes from the bending of the knee, but then ultimately to get up off the ground, we need the arms and the free leg to come up. Now, the most special part of it is you got to turn a half turn, right? How do you do that? It's with your hips. Your hips have to do a little to come around. Now, watch my hips when I do this, okay? I establish my outside edge. I have my arms back. I come up, round. See my hips? When my hips are up, then they do a little and come around. Let's look at it again and see if we can see it. Establish my outside edge, put my arms back, bend your knees. Up, turn your hips. Now, jumping, realistically, it's all about landing, because you can jump all you want, but if you keep falling, it's not really a jump, is it? It's just a jump and a crash. It's more of a crash, and something you don't want to do all the time, right? You're like, I keep falling. Focus on the landing. Landing is extremely important. When I land a jump like this, the arc in which I take to establish the beginning of the jump is the arc in the direction that I want to finish the jump with. So this time when I do my waltz jump, I want you to really see how I get my outside edge, I jump up, I turn, and I continue it around. I don't jump forward to backward in a straight line. I'm not interested in doing that. I'm interested in this thing being successful and looking good. So that means we're gonna skate our edges, all right? So let's look at the landing. I establish my outside edge. I've got this coming around. Jump and continue that outside edge. That means I basically can do a complete circle. And if you can practice that, where you take off on your outside edge and then you land on the opposite foot on an outside edge and hold. Ultimately, it's gonna be successful and it's gonna look good. So, I think one of the more difficult things about this jump is people get confused. They think, take off on one foot, what direction do I go? What foot do I land on? So why don't we start with this? Why don't we take off on one foot, land on two? This might help you establish a sense of confidence and balance, and then we can learn how to land on one. So let's look at our waltz jump when we land on 2 feet. Establish my outside edge, bend my knee, arms are back, jump up. 2 foot landing. But just to make it look good, I'm gonna now extend my free leg, okay? So we can hold that outside edge. A lot of times when we're training to do something difficult, we will train the first part of it and then we fall down. And then it's like a load of self-criticism, or like, oh my God, I can't believe I can't do it. I didn't do this right, I didn't do that right, I'll never get it, blah, blah, blah. When we train for figure skating, it doesn't matter if you fall. I mean, it matters if you fall, I ain't gonna lie. But I was always taught to get up and act like you landed the jump because you never know when the judges are going to be looking at you. But realistically, the most important thing about this was when you finally land it, you're training your brain to do steps 1 through 10. If you train your brain to do step 1 and then you stop training at 5 because you fell down, then you're basically training your body and your mind to fall down at stage 5. So let's pretend I'm doing this jump and I fall. Okay, first of all, I'd be like, no, not actually. I would tell myself up, 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 1, 2, 3, I'm up. And then when I get up, I would literally like hold. I would hold that outside edge because I knew up, ground, and hold. That is how it's supposed to end. So, again, skaters, if you have an issue where you're falling, get back up, establish your outside edge going backwards, hold up your chest, extend your arms. When you're holding your landing position, you have one knee bent. The free leg needs to be extremely straight and tight. How do you hold your leg up straight and tight? Start with the butt muscle. Go flex that ass. You're going to tighten up your butt muscle and you're going to point your toe, your upper body, shoulders straight across, arms out. Whenever you see me put my arms out proper, like I extend them. I act like I'm a person with really long arms, but one little thing I do is this. Do you see this middle finger? Do you see this middle finger push down? Because when I was little, my mom said, make your hands like a bird of paradise. Okay, when I do that, it elongates the arm and tightens up whatever tendons running through there and makes my arm super strong. So that when I draw my arms back and I lift up and I push down, everything is flexed. Every muscle. Your snack area's got to be really tight. Your ass got to be tight. It's all got to be really tight. So, skaters, that's what I've got for you today. How to do a Waltz jump. Now, again, if you're saying, but I don't want to go that direction, no problem. Take everything I said and flip it. You're going to start out on your left foot, arms and everything's the same. Pull up through with your right, turn and land, okay? It's the same thing, just flip it to the other direction. But anyway, skaters, I really hope you like this and I hope you try this. Something that can be done both indoors and outdoors. If you're outdoors and you're a little bit afraid, no problem. Just wear your protective gear. That should help you. And, one really good tip for learning these kinds of jumps, do them off skates. Do them off skates. You do a whole bunch of them off skates. Then put your skates on. Do the jump indoors like on carpet, something soft where you're not rolling. Make sure you're establishing your system or the process. That's it. That's what I got for you. I really hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, consider liking, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Anyway, I will see you next time. Have fun and go practice.